now. It's time to check in on the latest buzz in the entertainment world. And of course, you know what that means. It means Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us right now. Good morning, you two.
Morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. All right, we're starting with Jonah Hill. His ex-girlfriend accusing him of misogynistic behavior and actually just airing out their dirty laundry, calling him out, showing some pretty compelling evidence that those claims might be substantiated.
Yeah, no, we'll go ahead and throw the word. They are alleged text messages from Jonah Hill, but his ex, Cera, she posted them up on her Instagram story and basically shared different screenshots of conversations they had, accusing him of being emotionally abusive. Now, she did go back and say he at no point was physically abusive, but it's almost kind of like he weaponized her therapy and his therapy against her. And some of the messages are really bad. So one of them, it talks about different boundaries that he has. And keep in mind, they started dating after he saw a picture of her because she's a professional surfer that she posted to her Instagram. He slid in her DMs with the heart eye emoji, and then they started talking. They'd been together for almost a year. So this is not at the beginning of a relationship. And he decided to list his boundaries as saying that included surfing with men, modeling, posting pictures of herself in a bathing suit, and friendships with women who were in unstable places. All four of those things had to be off the table for her to have a successful relationship with him. And that if she could not do that, then he was not the right person for her. Which, when he met her, she was a surfer in a bathing suit. That is her job. Her job is to surf. And any industry you work in, you're going to encounter people of the opposite sex or gender. So you can't just say, well, you can't work with men. You can't wear the clothes that you've already been wearing and you can't post it, because that's how she gets brands and endorsements and deals and help spread the word of who she is. Like, that's literally telling her, you can't have your career if you want to be with me.
Right. I think, well, and I'll say I think we're on the same page here. We're Jonah Hill, you don't have a very sympathetic audience on the couch this morning from both of us. I don't, because I've seen this in relationships in my life with friends, not just at the Hollywood level, right? You were attracted to this person for something that they had brought to the table from day one. And now all of a sudden, you're going to weaponize your insecurity and make it their problem.
And one of the first text messages that was shared is, it said, I love how your therapist thinks I suck. I am literally the best boyfriend on earth. If that is not a red flag of a statement, and obviously I've gone through and read the comments, there are so many people siding with Jonah Hill. I understand we're not seeing all the text messages and everything that was said on both sides, but by looking just at what she shared, it is toxic and it is not a good look.
It really doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I got to throw down on this one because I went through the exact same thing with my ex. Like, she knew what she was getting into when we entered into our relationship with me being on the radio. And then it all started to come to fruition after a couple of years of marriage that she didn't like the notoriety. She didn't like my work schedule. She didn't like anything that went along with the career path that I had chosen. And it was a lot of the same circumstance. I read those text messages this morning. It's almost verbatim conversations that I had with my ex. So I have no sympathy for Jonah Hill here either.
Yeah. Been there, done that for sure. I can relate as a woman in media in a public facing industry. And it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it speaks so much to that person's insecurity. You have to be your own person and be confident in yourself before you can be in a healthy relationship with another person. And if you are depending on someone else to change their behavior to make you happy, you will never be happy. And honestly, good for her for putting this out there, because I think people need to see, you know, different narratives around just bad behavior.
Yeah, especially if it's not a one-time thing. And just, it was like the verbiage that really bothered me, because you're using these like terms that are very therapized.
Yes, the therapy speak.
That are very like, if I speak like this, it asserts some sort of dominance over the situation because I'm more intellectually and emotionally aware of myself. When really it's thinly veiled insecurity just disguised as a boundary, because it's not a boundary, it's control that you thought you lost which you should have never needed.
I
in the
liken
first
it
place.
to the smartest guy in the room complex. That's kind of how I felt when I was with my ex, and you kind of get the gist reading these things that's kind of where Jonah Hill seems to be coming from.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Well, you know, there's another man that I am much happier with this morning, and that is sweet, sweet Michael Cera. And he was left out of the Barbie group chat. But why?
Oh, so there are so many celebrities in this movie, and apparently they have a giant group chat, including Ryan Gosling, which I never thought he'd be in one. But Michael Cera is the only one not included, and it's because he has a flip phone, and his phone cannot handle a group message from smartphones. I also think he has to do the T9 texting still, where you got to press the number a bunch of times to get to the letter. So they left him out.
Oh my gosh, that's like the most Michael Cera thing I think I've ever heard. I don't have I don't have an iPhone. I have a flip phone.
It's like if you
not
need
in
to
group
get a
chat.
hold of me, you can call. Well, good for him for protecting his peace, because some of those
Yeah.
group chats get out of control. Michael, you're better off.
After some of the Jonah Hill screenshots, gosh, I don't want smartphones anymore.
Exactly. Look, it's super bad panned out. It is aging well for one of them and not for the other one. I feel like Michael Cera and my dad would get along really well, because we got my dad a smartphone about a year ago. He still doesn't know how to text. He can open them. He can read them. He can look at
Dad.
pictures of my
He'll
dogs
get
I
there.
send him.
He'll get there.
But then
Mike,
he
we're up
has to
against the
call
break.
me
We
and
gotta
say
go.
go.
So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.